Breaking news. The Sokoto state government, led by Governor Ahmed Aliyu, has declared that the Sultan of Sokoto, Mohammed Sadiq Abubakar III, lacks the constitutional authority to appoint district head and village heads in the state. The assertion was made by the state Attorney General, Mohammed Nasiru Bonji, during a public hearing at the State House of Assembly on Tuesday. The hearing had focused on the bill aimed at amending the Sokoto State Local Government and Chieftaincy Law 2008. Bunji argued that the existing law, which grants the Sultan appointment powers, contravenes the 1999 Constitution. The government executive bill now seeks to rectify the inconsistency and to clarify the roles and the responsibility of the Sultan and the state government in appointing local leaders, he explained. And according to him, Section 5(2) of the Constitution speculates that the executive power to appoint in the state is vested on the governor directly or through his deputy commissioners or any government agent assigned by the governor. So, there is no power given to the Sultanate Council to appoint. Guys, this is huge. Now, Section 78(2) of the Sokoto Local Government and Chieftaincy Law gives the Sultanate Council the power to appoint the village heads in the state, but only with the approval of the sitting governor. To give the Sultanate Council the power to make appointments is contrary to the provisions of this section. And you can see that even the Sultanate Council have agreed to this proposal under law by the Sokoto government. This is indeed a new amendment in the Sultanate Council. And with the look of things, the Sultanate, which has operated under the current law for 16 years, is ready to collaborate with these new provisions by the Sokoto government. You see, it was earlier reported that the Sokoto State House of Assembly has advanced a bill that would significantly curtail the powers of the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sadiq Abubakar III, I beg your pardon. And this proposed legislation, which has passed its first and second readings, would require the Sultan to obtain the government approval before appointing kingmakers and district head. And this development comes on the heels of the allegations by the Muslim rights concern Murik that the Sokoto state government, Aliyu, is trying to remove the Sultan of Sokoto, that Ahmed Aliyu was plotting to depose the Sultan of Sokoto, and they had kicked against this, that any moves to depose the Sultan of Sokoto would bring about anarchy in the state and in the nation at large. So it seems that these guys are already, the Sultan of Sokoto is agreeing to what the state governor has said over this proposed amendment to the Sokoto State Local Government Law 2008. And they have already made this proposal, and it seems that the Sultan is ready to comply with this. So my country people, according to the Sultanate, they are quite aware that some certain enemies are eager to create problems between the Sultanate and the state government. But then they clarified to Nigerians and the people of Sokoto that there is no issue between the Sultan and the governor, Ahmed Aliyu. And the Sultanate is prepared to function under any law established through due process, and they are ready to adopt to different laws both in the past and in the present, and they are also ready to operate under this new law. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? Because at this point, this should make us realize the fact that traditional institutions need to be safeguarded. Traditional institutions need to be safeguarded and protected, because it seems that politicians are now playing their way into traditional institutions, and this might threaten their ability and their independence. This might threaten their stability and their independence. The fact that the governor now wants to have a hold on the Sultanate Council by making himself in charge of appointing traditional heads and chief makers and all of that. I mean, this is totally out of place. But if the Sultan of Sokoto agrees with this and says, oh, it is fine by him, he's not complaining, then at this point, I think they know what they are doing. But I hope tomorrow they won't come out and start shouting and say, oh, the governor is trying to impose so people on us. The governor is trying to do this. The governor is trying to do that, because they are practically handing over traditional powers to the governor. And politicians know how to use these things. They would use it against the people. So I really hope this is just not another means to undermine the traditional council in Sokoto, because the politicians, they are gradually, in fact, it seems that they want to take over everything in the affairs of Sokoto, including the traditional council. They want to take over everything. I mean, politics and culture and traditions do not mix, but politicians are trying to pave their way. They want to make sure they impose themselves on traditional rulers, on traditional councils. But then, if the Sultan of Sokoto is okay with this, well, at this point, we have nothing to say. But then I hope they will not regret this decision tomorrow. And I hope this will not bring for a cause of alarm. I hope it won't bring for another cause of alarm in the nearest future. If this is the path they really want to take, that is okay by them. Now let's take reactions from Nigerians. It is normal, because district head salary comes from the state. We have chosen our system of government. The governor is not in conflict with any part of the constitution by his actions. This is purely a family matter. Only few people will understand. Very sympathetic. May Allah grant them the strength to continue with this. What do you expect? We sold our culture to politicians, so let's live with it. We even sold our religion and our brotherhood to them, so let us bear with it. The moment politicians made traditional rulers become traditional consultants, the moment the traditional rulers begin to lose their relevance. And guys, we really hope it won't get to that extent, whereby traditional rulers will now lose their relevance as a result of political influence in their regime or in their rule. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.